the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the huddle during the chirping, right now I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
3rd and 2, Herbert. He's got a man over, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
A first down carry for Henry.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 13. Pickett. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant, and they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Pickett. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they're up to the challenge.
Herbert off of play action. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
23 yards on the play.
First and 10, here's Pickett. This will go to Henry out wide.
Powers through him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derrick Henry
with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. This call down near the goal line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Zerline connects on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Herbert. Being chased out left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt they'll get another opportunity here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Pickett sets up play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Now swing pass for Dillon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a big play there for Vegas. 43 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple more times?
second and goal. Pickett, touchdown! Alberto, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have regained the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Herbert. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Herbert throwing again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now a timeout taken.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run.
Touchdown, Raiders! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Raiders 20, Steelers 10.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29 yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there hauled in by Claypool. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Pickett will look to throw it here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Steeler first down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Pickett to throw on first down. And this one too low.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Off play action, Pickett. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that.
Touchdown! Albert Okwuegbunam. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. On 2nd and 12, Herbert. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Herbert. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert going to keep fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense...
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
picked by Kevin Byard. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Herbert on first down now. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, in that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A give for Dillon running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Pickett. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Pickett. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's
Derrick Henry all alone. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Lots of look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete to James Robinson. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Steelers.
And that's going to be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
looks like he'll throw here. This is the tight end fan. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Pickett now on 1st down. This one swung out here to Jones. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Running right, Jones. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Lutz with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Raiders 41, Steelers 16.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next. He's got a man, complete! And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Travis Kelce, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Steelers 23.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception.
Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack.